Principal, I want you to accept that, honey. I want a big round of applause for Gina Mott. This is absolutely our future and how social media is going to take us to the next level. I will tell you, she's an incredible teacher, and she will answer question after question after question for those of us who are a little bit slow. So thank you, Gina. Thank you. All right. I get the honor to share with you a little bit about redesigning our life. So hopefully that Ice of Delight that you just received is going to kind of keep you in the mood of keep that energy up. Redesigning life, and for anybody that didn't hear my story last night, I want you to know that 9 years ago I came to meet this lovely woman, Joni Brewer. And the bottom line is she changed my life. I had a great product experience. I did not see the business model. Okay, I had a job. I worked for a pharmaceutical company. I say I had the golden handcuffs in that it was a 401, it was a car, it was supposedly an expense voucher that was unlimited. But truthfully, my beautiful daughters changed my entire life. I'm a single mom. I adopted my children from China. And I need the clicker. Thank you, John. I'm telling you, this guy's incredible. So at some point, I got tired of being tired, and I felt that doing the same old would get me the same results. So I want you to ask yourself today, if I continue to do what I'm doing today, whether it's your professional career, whether it's your health goals, whether it's the relationships that you have, where will they take you in 5 years, and where will you be in 10 years? And that's the question that resonated with me one night in a hotel room when I was, had talked to my daughters, talked to the nanny, and I thought to myself, I'll be here next week in Wenatchee, Washington, doing the same thing. Hopefully my manager won't be with me that time, because I'm hopefully going to make the grade this time. And so I will tell you that in my heart of hearts, I know now, 9 years later, I was never meant to be in a square box of corporate America with somebody else telling me how good I was, whether my market share reflected this year you're great, and next year the market share wasn't. And I tell you today, if your vehicle isn't going to get you to your hopes and your dreams in 5 years, in 10 years, then it's so important that you take a look and you open the door to some other vehicles. This business model will set you free. Is it going to be work? Yes, it is. And what that work's going to look like is you get to decide. You get to meet a lot of people. You get to ask them, what are your needs? You get to listen to them. You get to be a counselor or therapist, as Dr. Colgan said. Or I'm sorry, I think that was Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. And more or less, you are really looking at, this is a heart source. This is a people business. What better vehicle could you ask for? Everybody needs health. We need it all today, but everybody isn't going to choose it today. So you really just talk to those whose opportunity is open today. And what about an opportunity for a secondary income stream? We all need it. Again, are we educated to know what that looks like? So I'm just going to talk a little bit about redesigning life. Where my life took me is to freedom. And like I said yesterday, sometimes we are so busy looking down that we just really can't see above the clouds of what would freedom look like to us. And if you can imagine, freedom can look like this. That you really have to have a choice when opportunities come to you. 2 years ago, I had an opportunity come to me to look at moving to Costa Rica, to look at a school that was phenomenal for my children, to look at an education system that absolutely blew me away, to look at even just the thought process of, well, could I do this? And that blew me away to say, I have the choice. How many people get to think, oh, well, I'm going to lay it on the table and see if I have a choice? That in itself was just like mind-blowing to me. And then to put the pieces in place, I had no clue what I was doing. And what that parallels is really 9 years ago when I got into network marketing. I really had no clue, you guys. That is as honest as it gets. Miss Joni Brewer will tell you so many wild stories. But here's what I knew. I knew I could do anything. Okay? I can learn anything. But is it familiar? No. Okay? Do we want to stay stuck in familiar? Yes, that's human nature. But here's the gift of this business. You get to lock arms with people who say, okay, I'm going to risk. Come on, come with me. Let's try something new. I really want you to risk today to do something different. Are you going to walk alone a lot? Yes. Are you going to go against the grain of family, of friends, and the world? Yes, you will. So get used to it. Get very comfortable with being uncomfortable, because I always say the renegades, whether it's Bill Gates, anybody who's done something different, they are renegades that have risked to be different and be comfortable with being different. So I picked our life up. I moved to Costa Rica, and I literally knew where my children are going to school, and I knew sort of what hotel I was landing at. That's it. I would figure the rest out. Was I scared? Yes, I was. Okay, so we land in the hotel, and every day, as I went to the hotel that night, and I'm watching the traffic, and I'm thinking, oh my God, these guys are crazy. They drive like crazy people. And I'm like, how am I ever going to drive in this thing? So all these negatives and all of these anxiety things of, what am I doing? How am I going to find the girls' school? So all of these things are coming at me. And I just had to breathe around, okay, we'll figure it out. There's someone's going to come to our path that are going to assist us. And it becomes just trusting that life is going to serve us up exactly what we need. And that's what happened. Okay, I met people that then said, hey, listen, we have a condo complex across the way here. There's great security. The most important thing I needed was security for my girls. And somebody then, this lovely woman said, and I will handhold you, and I'll help drive your kids to school. My kids go to the same school. And so she became my little angel, and was my little drifter to what I needed in Costa Rica. And again, I tell you, I'll never forget the first day I drove to school, and my girls knew the way to school because they had gone with Marianne. And I was just petrified, but I thought, okay, I have them to direct me. I thought I knew what I'd do. Then I thought, how am I going to get home? They're not going to be there to direct me. And I really was very frightened, but again, you're trying to be cool. You're trying to be in charge, and you're kind of think, so this is in my mind, and yet, goodbye babies, and blah, 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 and then I'm driving out, and I'm going, oh my God. And then I come to a street, and I'm like, okay, am I going right? Am I going left? Okay, you're going to come to those places with your Isagenix business, with anything in life. You will be in those places. Do I go right, left? Well, of course I took the wrong turn. And I ended up somewhere, I kept thinking, oh, I just need to find the big white church, the cathedral. And once I find that, I know I'll be able to find my way home. But I didn't. And I literally stopped the car, and my parents are here today, and they don't know all this, because you don't tell your parents some of these things that become a little bit anxious for them. You just pretend all is well, okay? And so I stopped the car, and I just had to kind of breathe around. Okay, now where do I go? Okay, now does any of this look familiar? And I'm just going to have to go back to what did look familiar and then take the other way. And I really thought at that time, you know what? I know there's going to be a time when I laugh about this. Because life is this. If we continue down the roads enough, if we go to school enough and we go home enough, okay, I'm going to breathe. It's going to be comfortable. So in your Isagenix business, if you go down enough uncertain roads, and then you meet Janice, and then you meet Jolene, and then you meet all these lovely people, you're going to go, okay, I think I might be okay. And then you're going to have a Dr. Colgan reinforce that the science is here. Then you're going to have Kevin say, you're nuts if you don't look at the marketing opportunity. And then you have a coach like Gina that says, let me show you how to put social media. It is all here. I chuckle. I know the way to school and back now. Okay? So what I'm telling you is this, that you will be able to take bigger risks once you start on this journey to Isagenix. You will do more, and you will think less about what is the outcome, because you'll just know that, you know what, first and foremost, to have the opportunity to say yes. Jolene, you touched me last night because you've shared with me your quest to bring your husband home and retire your husband. Your quest of and goal of helping a family at Christmas, and this Christmas you're going to help another family. This business can be whatever you choose it to be. The question is, will you do it, and how will you take action upon your dreams? And so I am just going to show you a couple of quick little things here that, first of all, you need to understand. The vision comes from Jim and Kathy Coover. So we have leaders that are unstoppable. I had my coach, Joni, and she has been there every step of the way. And I will tell you, she is always steady for all of us. As you can see in Costa Rica, the parrot loves, not the parrot, toucan loves E-Shot too. Everywhere I went, I tried to do my marketing. But I'll tell you, the best part of the whole journey was this, okay? It is the people we meet along the path in life. It is the heartstrings of these children and the cultural differences that speak to us as human beings. It is these gifts that I can give I get so emotional because it is the life source that our children need to know, that there's others out there and they're blessed and they need to understand what is their source to give back. I have to tell you, this little guy, Daniel, I joined a great biking group. And I mean, these guys are bikers. I learned so much. They were incredible teachers, but they have expensive bikes. I got to borrow their expensive bike. And we'd cruise through literally a very poor village almost every day. And it's like these little guys live there. And I could not look at my morning and going through this village, and here's these little children literally poverty-stricken. And I'm heading up to the coffee fields and having a great time. And then we'd come back down through this village, and my heart was just like, how can we all have it so good? And here are these little ones. And so I said to our group, I said, we got to do something. We've got to do something for this village. And so we went to the market. We bought food. We bought toys for these children. And we took it to them one Sunday. And the gift to be able to see my children participate in giving the joy to these little kids, that in itself is priceless. And I have to tell you, offices can happen anywhere. These are my offices wherever I went. I Skyped, I used phone. You can have a business that you can create worldwide. And most importantly, when you go to where your heart sings, there you are. You can dream whatever you choose to dream.